Welcome back to Sports Gambling Podcast Network's NFL draft coverage. Today we're talking about the consensus top corners in the NFL draft. We have Travis Hunter at the top, also the number one receiver, depending on how you see him fit. Comment below, do you see him as a corner, as a receiver, or both? Personally, I think he's going to be a corner in the NFL. I think he will spot duty at receiver. I don't see it going the other way around. I just would not want my top receiver going out randomly on third and fourth down, tackling running backs on tight ends. But we'll see. The Cleveland Browns do say they project him as a receiver or see him as a receiver. And he's really good at it. If you look at the reception perception, it's pretty much all green. And if you could imagine if this guy were to spend full time on one side of the ball, maybe be even better. But he brings a whole lot of value to a team, and a lot of draft analysts have him as the number one overall prospect. He's a blue chip player and the Heisman Trophy winner. Travis Hunter being mocked to the Browns. Will Johnson, very interesting to see what people have mixed opinions on him. Last year, coming into the season, he was a bona fide top 10 pick, if not a top 5 pick. People have cooled off on him. He had a rough 2024. Was banged up a little bit, had some nagging injuries, had some injuries the year before. Some times where he, maybe did not show the deep speed that you're looking for in the NFL. And he also just was not as consistent in run support. Sometimes it looked like he was making some business decisions or just not as physical as he was the year before. Will Johnson is a big, tall, lengthy corner, very good in off coverage, and someone that really really could have a high upside in the NFL. But again, the injuries and some of the other concerns could have him falling down boards. On the opposite, Jahdae Barron has been going upwards. And don't be surprised if Barron goes ahead of Johnson, even though Barron has a little bit smaller, a little bit less length, but just a very instinctive Mike Sanders still of the Commanders, very that kind of a player. And he's also, just an extremely intelligent leader for your defense. Put him on his own defense. Let him see the ball. Let him react to it. Very high number. Very good ball production in regards to interceptions and PBUs. Maxwell Hairston, he's up 11 spots on Daniel Jeremiah's top 50. He is now inside the top 32, and he's someone that should be going in the first round. Currently, DraftKings has over 4.5 at plus 215. I think you should take it. I know they're teasing us, wanting us to take it. You have Travis Hunter. As long as he counts, you have Travis Hunter, Will Johnson, Jahdae Barron, Maxwell Hairston. Looks like he's going to be a top first round pick. And then you have either Trey Amos, Siobhan Ravel. Siobhan Ravel is coming off of an ACL injury, but a very productive player. Got a lot of interceptions. It just coming off the ACL is the only concern with him. Trey Amos and Benjamin Morrison. All those guys have potential to go in the first round. I think when you look at 7 guys having potential to go in the first round, the fact we might get 5 of them is very likely. And it's just a very pass-heavy league. And I also think the cornerback position isn't as deep as, the running backs or the tight ends or the defensive linemen. And so if you go, okay, well, I need a corner, I'm going to have a better shot at getting a corner late 1 than I am late 2, but I have a better shot at getting a good DT on day 2. I'm going to go with the cornerback first and get my defensive lineman later. That's my opinion. Again, Maxwell Hairston, he ran an extremely fast 40. He's more of a slot guy. Amos plays outside. Ravel plays outside. Benjamin Morrison plays outside. If Morrison and Ravel were not coming off injuries, this number would be higher and there'd be locks to go in the first round. So again, to go back to our consensus, Travis Hunter, Will Johnson, Jahdae Barron, Maxwell Hairston, Siobhan Ravel. That's the top 5 according to the consensus mock draft board. 6th is Trey Amos out of Ole Miss, another guy. He's had 15 interviews this pre-draft process. People are very, very interested in him. You have Azariah Thomas out of Florida State, Benjamin Morrison, that's 6, 7, 8, Darian Foster, Jacob Parrish, and Dorian Strong. Again, there is quite the drop-off after you get past, Dorian Strong. Quincy Riley, Burke. But that's where I think you see some of these guys go a little earlier than projected here. Again, right now it's sitting at 4.5 on the corners. Got some plus 200 juice. I'm going to take that and give me that because I do think Benjamin Morrison or Siobhan Ravel or Trey Amos make it in there with Hairston, Barron, Johnson, and Hunter. All right, this has been the cornerback episode. Make sure you check out Sports Gambling Podcast's latest episode talking about our favorite NFL draft bets.